So what we're going to do, I'm going to open up these programs, and I'm going to just type in Microsoft Word. Now, open that up. Okay, so this is what comes up. Now, if you see my video about me leaving Windows, there was two apps or two companies that kind of kept me anchored to Windows for a while. And that was Adobe and that was Microsoft. Microsoft mainly because of its Microsoft Office programs. I was a big fan of Word. Um, I believe they had script searches before, and then they kind of made it mandatory. As far as I know, there might be other ways of actually getting it. Uh, but at the time, I didn't know that. It's so let me see. So I use Word, and when I moved to Chromebook, I found that I can actually just use the mobile app version, the app that just pulled up here on my Chromebook. So the first Chromebook that I had, that is the documents that was the program I was using. I was using Microsoft Word on my Chromebook. And I guess Microsoft found out that, you know, people with Chromebooks were using a free version of Word that was about as good as the full. Now, granted, if you was on a Windows PC and got full Office, the Word you got there will have more bells and whistles. But to me, it's like comparing a Toyota and a Lexus. It's the same things eternally. One just has more bells and whistles, and I didn't care that much about all the extra features uh, that the full fledged desktop version got. The app worked just as well for me, but I guess in my opinion, this is all just my opinion, they shut that all down because of that's just too good of a deal. Um, and then so this version you cannot get on Chromebook. You get on your phone and tablets, basically mobile, but you cannot access it on your Chromebook, which is a bummer. And then eventually, like years down the line, they made a PWA version. So, it was something. I'm not going to hate it. I use Google Docs, so I guess I can't hate on Microsoft for going that route. But I thought, hey, this Android desktop mode is going to be mainstream pretty soon. Right now, it's in beta. What is Microsoft going to do? Because you can essentially, again, it does this. You can use the web. You can use the mobile version on a big screen. And this is where Microsoft was a little sneaky. So as you see, I got all these down here. You don't know all these files. I made these files. Some of these are pretty old. But you know what happens when I try to... so let me just pick a file. So this is a file. Now, there's nothing here because I was just writing it here. And you see that it is, well, you don't see actually. Hold on. You see that is read only. As far as I know, there's nothing I can do to change that. What that means is this does not work. I want you to know I am nothing. I cannot edit this document whatsoever. Is and as this comes up, I'll start my 1 month free trial. Again, more versions. So I believe that Microsoft has found a way to when it senses that you're using the app in like landscape mode, it knows you're using a bigger screen and switches you to the subscription only model. Because I can't do anything. So if I say new, so let's go new. Now it should not be. Now look at it. We couldn't even get to the document. Instantly, it's going to try to get me to. I'm sorry for the screen resolution. Instantly, it's trying to get me to pay either not about $10 a month or $13 a month, or you go yearly and you basically $100 a year to use Microsoft Word, or I assume Office. Assuming you get all of these apps for a year, which On one hand, I really wanted it for free. On the other hand, it does kind of show that Microsoft is kind of forced to go along with this, because I believe, again, that this is mandatory that they make their apps compatible for larger screens. What they do not have to do is, I suppose, make it free. So, like, if you were to open up Microsoft Word, like just on your phone, I don't believe you have to do this. Like, I've tried it. In fact, well, unfortunately, let me just real quick. Now, while you can operate the phone independently, again, it's not like it's mirroring my screen. When I open up the same app, it's going to, I believe, stop this one. So let me go right here. So again, I turn this on. That's just off, which is fine. Now let me go to the same app and come on, keyboard. So let's now just kind of show that it is just now this is just to show that it's just Microsoft doing this. Open up a testing document, and again, one thing they do have to fix is if I go full screen with it, it goes all over the edges. You have a hard time seeing that, but they need to do better with the Windows support. So we see, click it. I know it's just useless. So it's not the keyboard. It is Microsoft has really done it. And on one hand, again, I want it free, but I gotta respect it. That means that whether they like it or not, they're gonna follow suit. They're gonna do this. All right, that's just all I want to say. Take care. What do you guys think?